interested because they can see, you know, the benefits of having that. It's something that is sort of, I think, an appeal to all ages. In fact, when we do some of our gardening days on public gardens, we see, you know, little kids coming out to help, and we see people of all different ages and all different backgrounds. It's really a nice way to bring a diverse group of people together.
Oh, I'm for anything that could be for the kids. I try to mention to people that if you do a community garden, have one or two spots, you know, one or two plots in your community garden area, at least for the kids, so they can kind of see what's going on with the growing, and they don't think that everything comes from the back part of a grocery store. They actually have to grow it in the ground. And I'm glad to see that you all do schools. That is a hard area to hit. For people to actually donate time. Are you going through teachers to do this, or the PTA, or students doing this? How are you making that succeed?
Well, generally, we don't manage those school projects. What we do is provide the support for that project to happen. So, and one example is we have a neighborhood school that has developed a butterfly garden. And it's actually some neighbors of the school who approached the principal and a couple of the teachers and asked if they could update the butterfly garden and then applied for grant funding. So generally it's either a neighbor who wants to work with the school or already does work with the school, or somebody from within the school. We have another elementary school at the other end of Rogers Park that has a fairly large garden space, and they're actually switching. They had many, many annual plants. They're switching over to a perennial garden with, I think, a small amount of food now, and we helped support that process with a grant. And that was driven by somebody who is involved in the neighborhood at a community-based organization in the neighborhood and that does work with the school.
Oh, how wonderful. And I'll tell you, I must tell you, I'm impressed that when you go to your website, and that would be www.rogersparkgardengroup.org, and I'll go through that again, folks, it's www.rogersparkgardengroup.org. You'll see a virtual sidewalk is what they're calling it, and it is a wonderful picture of this big bumblebee that is flying around this garden. I mean, that's impressive. That is absolutely impressive. So you have definitely gone to the part where you're using technology in the videos and even encouraging people to send you all their videos and pictures of their gardens. That's an inclusive way of making people feel like they're part of the situation. I think that's impressive. So they need to go to your... Yeah, I mean, it is cool looking, this bumblebee. Of course, I'm allergic to bees, but it's cool looking, this bumblebee.
Right, it's on screen, so it's safe.
Yeah. I've got my pins near me, my EpiPens.
It was something.
So if someone is in your all's neighborhood, how can they join and be a part of your great group? What do they need to do?
Well, membership is $15 a year, and there is a form online that somebody can use to sign up. They can also come to one of our events. I think probably one of our most anticipated events every year is a plant sale, and we do that in coordination with the opening of our local farmers market. So this year it will be on Sunday, June 5th.
Oh, wonderful.
We have something called the Glenwood Sunday Market, and that's the first day that market will be open. So our plant sale is right next door to the farmers market, and it's a great day for people to come out. They can sign up there and get more information about our other programs this year.
Is that your main fundraiser then that you all have, is the plant sale?
The plant sale and membership are really the two things that we do to raise funds.
Good. The 2 drivers, good.
Right.
And it sounds like and looks like you've got a great army of volunteers. I always tell people it's the money and the volunteers, one of the two. And if they run out of volunteers, look around you and see what businesses are there. And just if the businesses don't want to donate money, then ask them if they'll do a schedule of some sort of some of their staff and come out and help with the gardening. You know, whether it's weeding, whether it's planting, whether it's weeding, planting, you know, maybe some consulting work of some sort to help you out, or donating some dirt or whatever maybe that company has if they don't want to donate money, because some of them don't, but they don't mind doing some goods and services. So, look around and see what businesses around, and I think people will be surprised who would help out. And there may be even more people or more different kind of support happening from that may evolve in the years to come. Well, I think you're an impressive, yes, ma'am, and I think you're an impressive group, and we're talking with Megan Cusick, who is on the coordinating committee, and it's the Rogers Park Garden Group, and their motto is the power of gardens to build communities through beauty, camaraderie, and involvement. And again, I'm from Indiana, and I know that in our area we look to Chicago to kind of gear us how we need to be looking, or where the East Coast, they're doing pretty good. What they do, Southern California, we all look to you as, okay, now what are they doing? What do we need to be doing? So it's always a delight to talk to someone from that area of the nation. And again, I do appreciate your time today. I know you're a busy lady because everybody's planning and do their rows of how they're going to plant the plants for the spring planting that's coming as soon as we can get past all the snow and weather. And I just appreciate what you all are doing. Keep the good work going. And it's always great to uplift neighborhoods no matter where you are. Because I told you before, like in New York City, they've got the New York Restoration Project that Bette Midler does, and that's an upscale neighborhood, but it was going downhill, outside. It was going downhill outside. And she has revived that area with a lot of greenery space, gardens and so on. You're doing the same thing, and that's what America's got to do. That's what America's got to do now. So, Gal, congratulations to the Rogers Park Garden Group, and we'll be more than happy to add this in our larger program called Community Garden that we send out weekly to different radio stations. I'll put it in the digital magazine Community Garden, which I've already got a page started on anyway, and then we'll send you a copy of that when it's published. And then we'll also get on Twitter, and we tell people all about your group and that they can listen to the interview. And it has been my honor and delight. And, again, thank you for being patient with me and being on our program today. It's been my certain honor and delight to have you aboard. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, thank you, Mary. I appreciate the opportunity.
And you have been listening to Community Garden Revolution. I'm Mary Hukill. Thank you for coming today and listening to our program. Have a great Community Garden Day. Thank you, ma'am, and I'll send you a copy of this once they get it processed.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Mary.
My honor and pleasure. Thank you, Megan. Have a great Community Garden Day. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you as well. Bye-bye.